Hello everybody, Judge Free Time here, how you doing? And through the past, I've learnt through the hard way that your ISP routers are dog shit. How do I know this? Because I've had my fair share of them. The post office router only lasted 6 months and it started to crap its pants as soon as you have like more than 2 or 3 connections. Then you had like the Now TV one, the other ones, you know, I've had plenty of them. EE's own routers have sucked even more harder to the ground. So over the time, I got myself one of these, which is a router. Now they will tell you that their routers are worth 40 quid, but for that same price you can get this and it would improve it immensely. So, you know, if they start umming and ahhing about you having another router through their service provider, then just get yourself a new one yourself. Now, it's very difficult with fibre optic because fibre optic uses the twist-on connection. So in order for you to get around it, you have to turn off the Wi-Fi off on your existing pile of shit router. And then what you need to do is get a router like this, and then what you need to do is use the WAN port on the back. Now, some routers don't support it, so you've got to make sure that your dog shit one that comes in the post actually works, and make sure it's all set up. But if you've got a normal BT connection like I do, you need something called a TP-Link router, or you can just use the old trick of the default that I just told you and just use something like this. I wouldn't recommend ASUS, by the way. I've had such problems with them, which is why I'm holding it in my hand, because I'm not using it anymore. I use specifically TP-Link now all the way because I've had no problems with them. Well, not that many problems anyway, but it's had more problems. Firmware updates and all sorts of shit wouldn't work properly on this thing. So yeah, I got fooled into thinking that this would work with my ISP, but it doesn't. But anyway, that's why I got the TP-Link, because, you know, ASUS was absolutely terrible. I had to send 2 routers back thinking they wouldn't work, and they didn't work properly. So in the end, I decided to go with obviously TP-Link. Now when you do set it up as one router, not 2 little routers, you know, turning off one and then putting this on, it means that you've got to get the credentials from your ISP. Now Sky's a bastard when it comes to this, so a bit of a warning. You've got to jump through a load of fucking hoops and such like that. Or you can just do it this way and get yourself one of these and put it into the WAN. That's if they allow you to do it. Yeah, so what's the advantages of getting your own? Well, for a start, you know, if it goes wrong, it's your fault. You can just check the router's fine. You can firmware update it as much as you want and not get bullshit through your ISP saying that, oh no, it's up to date, like fucking TalkTalk did to me one time. And the great advantage is, and I don't know why some of these routers don't have it, antennas. More signal, in my opinion, more signal. I've had no problem with this, but many other routers I had, especially Now TV and the Sky ones, they are dog shit. You go into my bedroom and the signal is gone. With that thing down there, holy crap, that really can connect me really well to the internet. So there it is. Proof, you know, you can do that. You can also get something called a mesh Wi-Fi system, where you can disconnect the crappy ISP Wi-Fi, which is always dog crap anyway. And chances are it's not your ISP that sucks, it's mostly due to the fact that they give you the crappiest routers. Is a good example. When you get a mesh Wi-Fi, it means that you've got connectivity around the house, 4 bars all the damn time. It's never going to disconnect, it's never going to go to 2 bars unless you really are away from it. But at the moment, if you can only afford this and not £200 on a mesh Wi-Fi system, this is also a great alternative. Now some can work through Wi-Fi to Wi-Fi, but you've got to check a load of things first. But what I'd recommend is, you know, either get something like this with WAN on it, or just use your credentials from your ISP to TP-Link and then get yourself a Wi-Fi repeater, just to make it like a mesh, but it's not a mesh Wi-Fi. But the biggest risk is that if one goes down, the other one is working and the other one is down. So your Wi-Fi will vary depending on how it works. I've had that problem where one was working fine and the main router was fine, absolutely fine, but the one in the room just completely crapped its pants. So yeah, I wouldn't recommend the Zeus. It's terrible. That's why I'm not using it right now, to be honest. I was going to use it for my network. I was going to use it as a repeater, but it even sucked. Even then, it only worked for 5 minutes and died. So yeah, I wouldn't recommend this. It's a crappy company. But here's some insight for you. If your ISP sucks, it's probably not your ISP that's playing you up. It's mostly the router. If it's not that, then chances are the ISP is trying to rip you off in one way or another with your ISP settings and your ISP completely. And if it's not a crap connection, it's chances are it's your router. So as I said, just get your own little router and it should be better. Chances are the routers are dog shit anyway, so using the WAN is not going to do you any justice either most of the time, because now and again that can go wrong. But there's some insight for you. If you have a problem with your internet, chances are it's a dog shit router that's connected to the wall, or even better, change the routers completely out, get your own Wi-Fi repeater, get a mesh Wi-Fi or something like that, and then get the credentials and connect it through like dial-up methods like you used to do, or didn't do. But if you can't do that because you're with, let's say, BT Fiber Optics or Virgin, dare say Virgin, or even better, what's the one called? There's a Vodafone one now. You have to, have a specialised optical port on it, and I don't think you can find those anymore, or at all. No, you can't. I want to talk about. Anyway, so you might have to use the default, and then just connect something like this to it, and it should do very well. And yeah, I hope that's helped any of you out. My experience with using my own, wow, what a fucking big game changer it was. The internet was constant. It didn't crap its pants as soon as I connected more than one device on it. And I'm hoping to get a mesh Wi-Fi just to make it even better, hopefully in future, and just connect it to that router and then disconnect that one. But who knows, I might do that, I might not do it. But as I said, think about it, mesh, or use something like this method, or better, stick to your ISP and have sucky internet. I can't really show you the ropes to where you want to go, unless you want to go back to where you were. So yeah, avoid this router, mate. This is a Zeus model. It's terrible. The Zeus AC750, what a pile of dog shit this decided to be. And it was expensive as well. Not very good, and it makes a good prodding stick. Anyway, as I said, when you have your own router, you just have your own ropes to what you want to do. And with the Wi-Fi antennas, come on, it's no game changer that you need Wi-Fi antennas outside, so it makes a good signal. I noticed that when I was on a couple of ISPs and I used their crappy routers, the cameras just couldn't get a signal very well at all, until I used something like this, and it was such a game changer. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe. Tell me what you use. I'll be intrigued to know. And I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.